attention.
Right.
Da 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 da. From there. 2, 3, 4, 1.
That was all.
We've been playing together for many years now, and we don't even have to think about most Beatles songs to play them. It's just like falling off a log, basically, isn't it?
We've had periods of making our own records, writing our own songs, but it always seems to migrate back to this because this is what we do easiest, if you like. You know? It's what we feel more comfortable with. I mean, basically, we go to a gig, we don't have to have our own hits because the Beatles had them all for us.
All right, Terry. When we do gigs here in Liverpool, the normal clubs, the people that come, most of them are our age, but there's a lot of youngsters, a heck of a lot of youngsters. Anthology 2, please.
Sure, no problem.
And just love the atmosphere. I think it's going to go on for a lot of years yet.
Here you go. Cheers.
If I was them and somebody was still playing my music 30-odd years later, I would be very flattered.
And there's change.
The actual Beatles probably appreciate our attitude more than they do the music because we've got the same attitude as they had. John Lennon even said it to some guy outside his house. What was that guy who said to him?
Yeah, the guy.
He said, I'm just a guy. I'm not a god. My missus says we're all overgrown teenagers. And we probably are.
We refuse to grow up. Categorically, we refuse to grow up.
This is when I came down the stairs here, came into the dressing room, and John Lennon was sat there, McCartney was there, Ringo was there, Harrison, and don't forget, I'm like 14. And I said, you do know, lads, that tonight it is a check. And so Lennon goes, oh, Eppie didn't tell us it was going to be a check. I'm just stood here, and this guy walks past with like an old black scratched Gretsch it was. I didn't know it was a Gretsch. And McCartney walks out, like a violin, turned the wrong way round. Place is chocker, and all like people have been watching Shadows type stuff. And all of a sudden you hear, dum, dum, you know, dum, dum, some other guy now has taken my love away from me. And everybody just stood there like a gawk, you know, you just couldn't believe it. Well, here we are, 35 years on, and the Beatles are still packing them in. But tonight is the bootleg Beatles. So come all the way from Liverpool to see what they're like.
I presume we must be the best, because we seem to play all the biggest places and stuff, but I've never seen any of the other groups, so I wouldn't know. I really wouldn't know. But I mean, we seem to go down well enough, so that's all that matters to me.
I think we're the one band as well that decided to take the whole thing seriously and do it as a full show, you know. And I think there's a lot of Beatle bands around that will play the songs, and then, you know, once they've finished in the songs, they'll like introduce the next song in their own voices, which I always thought was a bit old, but, you know. Well, the next song we're going to do is called Please Please Me, okay? You know, and then, you know, whereas we decided, well, okay, if we're going to be the Beatles, we're going to do the music, we've got to act like the Beatles. It's not a con because it's advertised as a Beatles show, and, you know, people want to come along and see these songs played live, they come along. We're not saying we're the Beatles.
Well, I've seen the bootleg Beatles on TV, and what I've seen of them has been very plastic. The Beatles were very spontaneous. They never did the same show 2 nights running. I can't see these guys reproducing that at all. So I've come tonight to see what they're like, basically.
Beatle fans. And I think when this started out, you know, we were just doing it as a bit of a laugh. I don't think we ever thought we'd make a career out of it. I think we were just doing it to pass the time. But as we did it and as we improved it and as we honed the whole thing in, it just became more exciting.
In my wildest dreams, I didn't think we'd end up doing the Royal Albert Hall, or we'd travel around the world to the places we've done and play to the most amazing things that most rock bands would be envious of.
I think the response has been brilliant. There's been more and more young people coming, and it's been getting more and more like you know, that Beatlemania thing. Actually, they do, some of them do scream.
What seems to happen is they start off and they're going great, and then the song dies, it loses it, and it's all disorientated, you know, it's all bitty. There's supposed to be the Beatles band, there's no warmth. The show is nowhere near as slick as the Beatles, nowhere near as slick.
Do they sound like them singing? The actual voice?
Sometimes they do, sometimes they're completely out of tune. They bombed them, absolutely bombed the place. At the end of the night, they were all stood on the seats jumping, and as I said, you just can't knock that.
They'd probably say we're crap because we're too old and too fat and got too many beards and...
Probably.
You know.
I'm on my way to a client to fit a phone to a vehicle, a car. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet.
Hold on a minute, John. I'm on 2 lines here at once. Hang on. Vodafone Centre, can I help?
Hiya. Couple of boxes of listing paper from Longdon's.
That's great, thank you.
Are they okay there for you?
Absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
Hello, Wayne. As I speak to you, sir, he's working on your car now.
The real Beatles, I think, they're probably doing the same kind of thing that we do if they hadn't been famous, because, you know, Paul and John were very arty types. I don't know, maybe Paul would have started his own business, maybe John would be involved in the arts. Don't know. George and Ringo, probably just everyday working guys, electricians, plumbers, whatever.
All of them should have been born 10 years earlier, and they'd probably been stars by now because they came too late on the scene. They learned their trade from the people that they idolised instead of being around when they could have been those people.
I really don't enjoy them at all. They're just a chore. I have to be bribed to go, and that's usually with a meal or something.
Even though they're only at the level that they're at, you know, people in the town where we live stop him on the street to speak to him. I don't know who they are. I've never seen them before, but his face is known throughout our town.
My husband has definitely put me off. Yes, definitely, because he still lives in the 1960s, and it's as if the world has never moved on.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you put your hands together, please? Live on stage, the Bootles.
1, 2, 3, 4.
If I went on stage and had to worry about remembering to copy mannerisms of people while I was singing songs and it'd screw my head up, you know. Yeah, I just want to go on there and just play the songs, and it's me playing the songs, not me copying John Lennon playing the songs.
Someone came out with one particular statement once as regards the name of the band, and it was the beginning of the song. What was it? Close your eyes. Yeah, close your eyes and I'll kiss you. You know, all my loving. You know, and so you should call yourself Close Your Eyes. It's the Beatles. You know, and that quite summed it up, really.
If you're wondering why we don't actually look like the Beatles, I'm George Harrison when he was much older.
Cut.
Nice.